What's up guys, welcome back to yet another in-depth review of Oxygen OS 12.1 version C.63. So version C.63 for OnePlus 9 series was rolled out approximate a week ago, and I have tested this device as my primary phone for almost 3-4 days. In this video we'll be talking about the battery backup, charging speed, performance part, camera segment, stability, and if there are bugs I'll tell you that also in this video. So before starting the review video, let's keep a like target of 500 likes on this video. We still have 82% of users who haven't subscribed to our channel, but they do watch our videos. So if you guys find our videos helpful to you, do consider subscribing and also press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video. So now let's not waste much of time and start with the review process. So as always, we create a poll asking you guys about which all topic we need to focus. So with this current poll for Oxygen OS 12.1 version C.63, we got almost 1.2k votes, in which maximum votes were given to battery segment and charging speed. So I'll talk about that also. I have all the screen on times and how much my OnePlus 9 is taking to charge completely after this update. So that I will be talking about in the battery segment. And one more thing guys, after the update of Oxygen OS 12 C.62 version, there are a lot of improvements to be seen with these particular phones. For example, 9 and 9 Pro. And C.63 is more improved, but still there are some minor issues which we'll talk about them in this video now. Okay, so I saw a comment in which user was stating that videos on Amazon Prime Play do get stuck after this update. So let me clear that thing. This is not an issue with this particular update. Recently, if you guys are following me on Twitter, I recently created a tweet about the same thing, and that was an issue with some particular movies, and I did test out the same movie on other smartphones also. That was the same issue on other devices too. So it's not an issue with Oxygen OS 12.1 version C.63, it's an issue with Amazon Prime, or you can say Prime Videos. And on previous build there were some issues with the Bluetooth disconnecting sometimes. That used to happen very rare times, but after this update there are no issues. I have tested out two different buds, in which one is Wing Panther for gaming and Buds Live for music listening. On both these buds, on this particular build, I did not face any kind of disconnection issues. So hope that thing have been fixed, and I personally did not encounter that issue on version C.63. You guys let me know in the comment section below whether that thing have been fixed for you guys, because I've seen a few users were facing that issue. So if that thing have been fixed, let me know in the comment section below. And I got another comment from a guy who was saying night mode have been removed with this particular update on the front camera. So as far as I remember, there was no night mode on OnePlus 9 series with the front camera, but as I said, I'm not sure. If you guys are still running Oxygen OS 11 or previous builds, then do let me know in the comment section below. As far as I remember, there was no nightscape mode on the front camera on OnePlus 9 series. And most of the notification issues were already taken care on C.62, but on C.63 I did not find any kind of issues related to the notification popping up very late, or whenever I turn on the screen. So this thing was already fixed on C.62. All my notifications appear on time soon I receive them. But there is an issue with the notification stuff, or you can say icons in the status bar. So whenever I have any white background wallpaper set, or if I'm using an application which consists of white background, some of the notifications are not seen in the status bar, and that doesn't happen all the time. It do happen sometimes. So here you can take a look at the screenshot wherein you can see I am on YouTube, and there are few notifications present. One is from the Telegram, and the second one I think it's from Gmail. Yes, it is from Gmail. And in the status bar you can see the Gmail app icon is also in white color, which generally used to appear in grayish color for proper segregation and visibility stuff. And this is not with the particular Gmail application. I have also shown in my previous review videos that happens with sometimes Telegram also. So this issue I think OnePlus needs to fix. This was not the issue on Oxygen OS 11, but after the update of Oxygen OS 12 I have been facing this issue now and then. So I think this thing has to be fixed, because most of the times few applications shows the white color in the status bar, and if you're using white wallpaper or any application with a white background, that notification is not seen in the status bar. After that, another thing which OnePlus needs to fix is related to the keyboard location stuff. So by default we get two options. One is the default one, and the second one is to hide that bottom space beneath the keyboard. So whenever we use the default thing, and again this doesn't happen all the time, I do have some screenshots with me when this issue appeared. So whenever I'm using the default stuff, there is a gap beneath the keyboard. Sometimes it comes up with a dark background and sometimes it's completely transparent. And this mostly appears when I'm using WhatsApp. So here you can see the screenshot which I took, in which you can clearly see a black color beneath keyboard. And I personally feel this thing should also be fixed. I'm not sure it's an issue with the Google keyboard or it's something related to OnePlus UI. You can say Oxygen OS UI, because the padding is not that good. It looks weird if you are using default keyboard location from the settings. To fix this issue, we have to use the second option, which is hide the space beneath the keyboard. And the last issue which I faced, and that was related to PIP mode. So here you can take a look at the screenshot. This is how PIP mode was appearing on my device on this particular build, and this did not disappear until I completely removed the application from the recents page. So it's a minor issue. There are some issues with the Google applications also, and there are some issues with the OnePlus application, or you can say Oxygen OS. So we cannot say it's completely fault of OnePlus. There are some Google applications which behaves quite weird. Okay, so these were some of the minor issues which I faced and few users complained about it. And now talking about the charging speed, battery backup. So here are the screen on times which I got it on my OnePlus 9 after updating to version C.63. So with the first charging cycle, I got 4 hours and 13 minutes of screen on time, which is too good for me. And guys, one more thing, always remember battery backup depends on tons of factors. So every individual will have different battery backup. So for me, 4 hours and 13 minutes screen on time was pretty good, in which I did little bit of gaming. Second battery cycle without gaming, I got almost 6 hours of screen on time. Here you can see on the screen on time was 5 hours and 54 minutes and the battery remaining was 6%. Third battery cycle, I got 4 hours and 19 minutes of screen on time. Now talking about the overnight battery drain, on day 1 there was only 7% of battery drain, though there was bit of changes happened in the screen on time, which was approximate 3 minutes, but overnight battery drain was also not that much. If I remove that 3 minutes of screen on time, I think 4 or 5% of battery drain was to be seen overnight. This is the second day overnight battery drain, where you can see it was only 6% with no changes on the screen on time. And now talking about the charging speed, we did test out the charging speed using Ampere application, where you can see max milliampere was 4110 and minimum milliampere was 3740. I think this is quite good. And if we talk about the charging speed, so I personally feel there are a bit of improvements done in the charging speed. Here you can see I started charging my device, that time battery percentage was 9 and the time was 436. My device fully charged at 522, so the total time taken by OnePlus 9 was 46 minutes. Initially, I think on previous builds it used to take around 50-55 minutes, but now I personally found out there are bit of improvements in the charging speed of my OnePlus 9 after version C.63 update. Now let's move on to the camera part. So here with this new update of version C.63, OnePlus did add some new features with the camera application. For example, they added some filters and other stuff. For me, those filters are not much useful, but here are some of the camera samples which I clicked after updating the device. So talking about the main camera processing in the OnePlus 9 series has this Hasselblad tuning. So every shot will be post-processed to make it flat and accurate. Here when we look at the main camera samples, it's performing very well in ample light. The details and everything are good enough and usable. Here in Bangalore, it's pretty gloomy day, so Hasselblad tuning makes the already darker scene even more dull. The shadows and the dark region of the images are destroyed completely. In some samples, we can see some smoothing going on and also some artifact in the images. The camera in OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro used to be very good on Oxygen OS 11, but Oxygen OS 12 I feel the post-processing is slightly inferior. In indoor and low light conditions, the details and light controls are good, no lens flare to be seen. When we see back portrait, the details and the sharpness are pretty good, but here if you see, it's picking the wall color color hues and making my face and entire subject greenish. The ultrawide is same. No major improvements to be seen here. It clicks slightly underexposed images sometimes. The details are good and usable. The color science consistency between main and ultrawide is also very close. It is not perfect though. Now talking about selfie here, I feel it's giving a very average results. It's clicking very underexposed and flat images. The face is not at all looking lively. Also there is some noise in the images if we see close crop. So overall camera, I did not find much of improvements. It's similar to previous builds. If you talk about Oxygen OS 11, yes, that was perfectly fine. There we used to see a lot of accurate colors in the picture quality, but still that's not the case on Oxygen OS 12 or 12.1. So now talking about the gaming performance. So as you all know, gaming performance on any of the OnePlus devices running Oxygen OS 12 is not that great if you compare with Oxygen OS 11. So here for this test, I tested out Genshin Impact, Call of Duty and Battlegrounds Mobile India. So talking about Battlegrounds Mobile India, that game, I think it is now completely useless. A lot of optimizations are required. You get to see a lot of frame drops if you're landing at hot drops and if you're getting involved in multiple fights. So Battlegrounds Mobile India performance is worst right now. But when you talk about other two games, which is Call of Duty and Genshin Impact, so with Genshin Impact, the performance is decent. I did not see much of heating issues also. But Call of Duty, yes, while playing that game, I did notice bit of heating issues, but that device was constantly maintaining 60 FPS. And that's not the case with games like Battlegrounds Mobile India. Battlegrounds Mobile India FPS sometimes drop to 20, 30, and the game is completely unplayable in some scenarios. Along with OnePlus, BGMI also requires a lot of optimizations. We still don't get the support of 90 FPS. 6-7 months after the update of Oxygen OS 12, most OnePlus users, or you can say most OnePlus devices, are not getting support of 90 FPS, even though if the game is also supporting, the device is not able to deliver 90 FPS. So in terms of gaming, the performance is decent on OnePlus smartphones right now. I'm not sure whether in future they will improve it or not, but games like BGMI are not playable. You can play, but not competitive games. Overall, this build is quite stable to be used as daily driver. So if you guys haven't received this update, you guys can go ahead and update manually. I have provided all the download links in the description below. You can easily install it manually. It's slightly better than the previous build because less bugs are seen, and I did not even see any kind of stutters or lag while using the device as my primary phone. The only main concern for me is the gaming part. Battery backup is good, charging speed is good. Till now, I could say this is one of the best build in terms of overall stability. Charging speed have been improved, which I have already shown you guys. But if you still have any kind of questions, you can let me know in the comment section below. So guys, this was the in-depth review of Oxygen OS 12.1 version C.63. I hope I have covered almost everything and you guys are satisfied with this review. As of now, only this much in this video. I hope you guys gonna like the video. If you like the video, then do give me a thumbs up. And also if you're new to our channel, then do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.